Welcome back, boxing fans. So the donkey of the day is definitely John Boxing. This is a guy that consistently moves the goalpost. He makes assumptions and makes statements that aren't even valid and aren't even true. Consistently lying, consistently getting caught in his lies, consistently using phantom fucking narratives and putting everybody else attached to them. I never said that George Kambosos was going to beat Devin Haney. I never hyped up George Kambosos. I always was fair, saying that George Kambosos was a good opponent and somebody that Kambosos was a top 10 fighter, but not somebody that was supposed to beat the top guys. Thus, I didn't criticize Lopez when he lost. I broke it down saying that if the rematch happens, I expect Lopez to knock him out in the rematch. I expect Haney to win the fight. I expect Lomachenko to beat him, right? Some people are fair, consistent YouTube boxing networks, and some people are narrative driven. The funny thing is, you don't need to talk about who knows, whoever, what said this back then, when, who knows. I don't know. I don't have video. I don't have anything to prove what I say, but I'm going to consistently still talk at my ass because I'm John Boxing. Okay. No, you can hold yourself accountable. You, based on beating George Kambosos, elevated Devin Haney to pound for pound top 5. Based on beating George Kambosos. You did that. Okay. Then, based on beating Lomachenko, you elevated Devin Haney to number 2 and praised that victory for Devin Haney. Now, Lomachenko is fighting Kambosos, and all of a sudden, you're degrading that fight. How do you degrade a fight for a Lomachenko who just got beat by Devin Haney, fighting a guy that you think was one of the best wins on Devin Haney's resume? This has nothing to do with what other people say or other people talking out their ass or whoever said this and we don't know because you don't use any real valid fucking points. You just continuously fucking talk bullshit consistently, right? I mean, the whole point of doing something is you need to hold people accountable specifically for what they said, not assume what they say, right? When I play your videos, people hear exactly what you say. I'm not making assumptions about what you're saying. People literally hear what you said, right? That's what you tried to do when you played the whole Bud Crawford scenario, which was like fucking 6 years ago, and somehow act like something 6 years ago is applicable today, but it's not, because this is 6 years later. Things have changed. Fighters have fought. Fighters have done more in the process of 6 years. Any moron could figure that out, except you, of course. So the reason you're the donkey of the day is because here you are coming out again, trying to defend Devin Haney's victory against Kambosos, but you don't need to defend it. What you need to talk about is why you want to give Haney credit, but you don't want to give Lomachenko credit. Why you act like Lomachenko fighting Kambosos is a cherry pick, is a terrible fight, is crap, shouldn't happen. Lomachenko doesn't deserve an opportunity to fight for a vacant title. You literally go out of your way to find ways to criticize non-black fighters consistently. You do that. Everyone that watches your videos sees that. I'm not making it up. It's blatant. Blatant. Right? You came out with a video today saying, oh no, Navarrete's not ducking O'Shaquie Foster. The only reason you came out with that video is because I said that you would be critical of Navarrete. And because I said that, now of course you come out with a video acting as if you're not critical. I guarantee next week you're going to come out with a video criticizing Navarrete, right? Guarantee it. You think that you are playing some sort of game that no one fucking can see what you're doing. We know that you're fucking critical of Navarrete. You don't respect him. The only reason you want O'Shaquie Foster to fight him because you feel O'Shaquie Foster can beat him, and that will be a great scalp on his resume. That's why, right? And you would love to criticize him, but now you're trying to use him to hype up Devin Haney going up to face Regis Prograis. Literally, a fighter that the majority of boxing people told you was going to get beat by Devin Haney because styles do make fights. And we just saw in his previous fight him get outboxed by a fighter who was not even close to as good as Devin Haney. Is this disrespectful? No. It's a boxing prediction. You make boxing predictions. It's not because you hate someone. When you say that Devin Haney can outbox Regis Prograis, you say that because it's a reality. And now you come out and say, I said that Tank Davis needed to fight Regis Prograis. No, I never said that. I never said he had to fight Josh Taylor. I never said he had to fight Prograis. I never said he had to go to 140. My whole argument was, what's the fucking point of going to 140 to fight a fighter who's barely even a top 10 fighter in the weight class in Mario Barros for a fucking regular title? It's pointless. It doesn't mean anything. Why bother doing that unless all you're doing is fighting in-house PBC opponents and jumping from one weight to another, just searching out PBC opponents? That's the criticism, and everybody understands that. No, I never once, ever said that Tank Davis needs to fight Josh Taylor or Regis Prograis because he was irrelevant as far as those guys were concerned. Those guys had to fight each other along with Ramirez. Tank Davis, what did he have to do? He had to fight fucking Lomachenko, Haney, and Lopez. And he hasn't fought any of them. That's the reason he's getting criticized still, because even after all these years, he still hasn't fought any of them. This is why you're the donkey of the day. You respond to every single video I fucking make like clockwork. And then act like I'm talking shit. No. What I said is completely honest. You shitting on Lomachenko for fighting Kambosos is hypocritical. Because you're praising O'Shaquie Foster for fighting fucking Abraham Nova. As if Abraham Nova is a better opponent than fucking George Kambosos. You're criticizing Teofimo Lopez for fighting the guy that you thought beat Lomachenko, as if Abraham Nova is a better opponent than him. Right? The one guy you maybe could criticize is Navarrete fighting a fighter that no North American even knows. The Ukrainian fighter who's ranked by the WBO. If you were to criticize that, I could understand. That's based on your ignorance, right? Not knowing who that fighter is. Never seeing him as an amateur and never seeing his pro fights. So just assuming that he's nobody. That's understandable. But the funny thing is, isn't it ironic that every single top-ranked fight that's happened or is scheduled to happen, you've been critical of? Of course, until it was a black American fighter. A guy that you support in O'Shaquie Foster. And now all of a sudden, you're fucking gung-ho and head over heels for an O'Shaquie Foster Abraham Nova fight. Just like you were super over the moon when he fought an unknown Mexican guy to defend his title that literally nobody even fucking knew. And almost lost that fight, right? And I ain't hating the dude, but let's keep it real. When a guy that you like fights a nobody, you fucking praise it. But yet you consistently hate on everybody else for fighting better fucking opponents. Literally better opponents. Kambosos is a better opponent. The guy that Lopez is fighting is a better opponent, right? But yet you're so in your fucking emotions. You're so fucking eager to make some sort of racial fucking video. You notice none of my videos fucking are focused on race. All your videos are focused on race. You'll praise a guy for doing something and then turn it and make it all about race. Right? Consistently. You're obsessed. Fucking obsessed. And all it does is make you look like a clown. Because everybody knows what you're doing and everybody can see it. You don't really give a fuck about boxing unless you can manipulate and turn it into a racial fucking narrative. And if you were getting rich on YouTube, making tons of money on it, then people maybe could understand what you're doing. You'd be doing what Ego, Dante, and the LDBC are doing. Yet you're not fucking even making any real money from YouTube doing this. But you're so bitter, so disgruntled, that you'll go out of your way to shut my channel down. Right? What does that say about you? I could have done the same thing. The things you said about me, the racial fucking things you said about me, my name, my image you've used consistently. But I didn't stoop to that level because when all said and done, I enjoy our banter. That's why I continue to be involved in it. But you're the donkey of the day because here you are once again making a response video and using fucking histrionics and fucking labeling statements that somebody made, but not me, as if I made it. And of course, the people who follow your channel are idiots like you. So they don't care if you fucking tell truth. They don't care if you tell lies. They don't care what you say as long as it's race based, and then they're all fucking for it, right? That's the problem with you. The reality of the situation is you have to ask yourself, don't worry about other people, ask yourself why you're willing to fucking raise Devin Haney to the pound for pound list based on beating Kambosos. Yet Lomachenko fighting Kambosos is a cherry pick. And literally you were saying that when Lomachenko was first scheduled to fight Kambosos, before Devin Haney even fought him. And you were saying it was a cherry pick then. And then, of course, when Haney fought him, it was a great victory. So whenever Lomachenko's attached to him, he's a cherry pick. But when a black American guy fights him, it's the kind of fight that catapults you onto a pound for pound list. It's like fucking Crawford fighting in Dongu. That catapults him to pound for pound number one. Okay, sure it does. I mean, even you don't believe the bullshit that fucking you spew. And that's why you, John Boxing, are the donkey of the day.